Here at the Tech Travel Geeks, we love phone cases, and I'm personally a big fan of flip cases. I've been using the Nothing Phone 1 of the official transparent case for the last 6 months, since I wanted to see back of the phone at all times, in order to make use of the glyph functionality or the LED lights. When we got the device last year, there wasn't much of a choice for flip cases. But just as we published the long-term review of the Nothing Phone 1, linked in the description, I noticed that Amazon now sells flip cases which actually allow you to see the LEDs on the back while maintaining other benefits of flip cases, so I can finally move to a flip case. But let's first unbox or unpackage this case. The packaging couldn't be more generic. It can be used for literally any case on the market, since there's no branding or specific detail about the case. The only thing confirming I got the right case is the sticker on the back. Good to know. Inside, we get just the case, nothing else. The front is nothing special, the usual pleather design with the basic pattern on the right. However, the back is anything but typical. But first, let's get rid of the styrofoam, which is there to make sure that the case doesn't get flat in transportation. So, in addition to the usual hole for the camera unit, there's also holes for all the LED lights on the back. The top right one with the wee dot, the circular one with the wireless charging indicator, plus the bottom one with the wired charging indicator. There's also a non-LED hole for the Nothing logo. Can't say I was expecting that, to be honest. This means you can continue to use the phone's functionality without having to take the case off or without having the entire case being transparent. I really like this experience. It lets me enjoy the phone the way it was supposed to be experienced. However, it's worth noting that the case is quite heavy. It weighs 83 grams, which is a significant difference compared to the official transparent case, which weighs only 28 grams. The result is that the phone weight goes from 197 to 280 grams, so keep that in mind when considering this case. But this might be a positive for some people. It will definitely make the phone safer if it falls down. Plus, after using it for 5 days at the time of recording, I can't really say the weight impacted me at all. But the case also has a few other downsides. My main one is that the buttons are quite difficult to press. You actually have to add some force to press either the power button or the volume up or down buttons on the inside of the case. It's not the worst experience I've had with the case like this, but it should have been much better. Maybe they should have made them a bit taller or more pronounced. Additionally, the case isn't the cheapest. I got it for £12.99 on Amazon UK. You can find slightly cheaper ones there, but they either didn't have the holes on the back, had much longer delivery times, or had the magnetic clamp which covers the power button, which I think is useless. Or you can order one much cheaper from AliExpress, but depending on where you live, it might take a few weeks to get it delivered from China, especially now around the Chinese New Year holidays. When it comes to other features, you obviously get the flip case video watching experience, which works great with this lovely OLED screen. The inside isn't slippery, so I had no issues with it at all. There's also a basic wallet feature, with 3 cuts for bank or business cards. There's also a side pocket for banknotes or similar, but since I never use it myself, I'd rather it wasn't there since it makes the phone thicker. However, for some it might be what they want. No problem with other cutouts, one at the top and one at the bottom for microphones, plus a USB one and one for the speaker. There's also a hole for a lanyard on the right if that's something you need. Overall, I quite like the look and experience of Hauw flip case for the Nothing Phone 1, especially the holes on the back that allow the LED lights to shine through. However, keep in mind the added weight and the buttons which are rather difficult to press when considering this case. But if you don't mind the higher price and want it delivered soon, like I did, I think it's a good choice. There's more videos coming from us, so make sure to subscribe to the Tech Travel Geeks for more reviews on the latest tech and accessories. And as always, thanks for watching.